What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm basically going to be looking at the latest that has been coming from Wolves, in and around Wolves, 5 major talking points. First off, big well done obviously to Fosun, because they have secured and given Nuno and his team an improved contract and secured his services for the next 3 seasons, which is really important in terms of Wolves' development and the project that we're on, and it's a sign of intent. Obviously that's coupled with the contract extension and improved terms for Neves and the signings, permanent signings of Barley and Jota and the likes. We've got a really strong nucleus of a team that a lot of people said last year would be achieving at least mid-tables with the team that we've got. Obviously we've re-signed Leo Bonatini. Been talked about, it wasn't on the cards at one point, but he's signed. But he you know, he is a good player. I think he's a bit of a confidence player, and hopefully we'll get back to the form he showed in the first half of last season rather than the second half of last season. But the fact that Wolves have signed him on a permanent now, hopefully that will give him the confidence that he needs to go and perform, and he does know the squad. Wolves obviously back in training, and for the last week, the last 8 days in fact, they've been over in Switzerland for I think it's the Euro Cup. They've done a lot of training. The facilities, widely reported, are much improved on previous years. Premier League facilities for a Premier League team. We've seen some of the tweets, Instagram stories from the players. It's an absolutely beautiful place, but they have been working very hard. A lot of the players have been reporting back that they had a programme from from Wolves throughout the summer in terms of the runs and stuff they needed to do, and they've all obviously reported back in relatively good shape. And for the first couple of weeks of pre-season, I've been doing a lot of basic work on the fitness. Obviously this week they've been playing matches against 2 top Swiss times, Basel and Young Boys, and also Feyenoord were also into the competition, but obviously Wolves didn't play them. They went a goal down to Basel, but came back and won that game. At the same time, the day after, I think it was, Young Boys, who basically are a very good side, they won the Swiss League last year by 15 points from Basel, who are obviously an established European side. They beat Feyenoord 3-0, so it was always going to be a really tough test with Young Boys and the Swiss teams, probably 3 or 4 weeks in advance of Wolves in terms of preparation for the start of their season. Their season starts next week, so the game against Wolves for Young Boys was basically their last pre-season friendly before the start of the season, so they obviously played a strong side, and by all accounts Wolves just blew them away, and you know, Young Boys were pretty much not able to lay a glove on Wolves, and Wolves won convincingly 4-0. We had goals spread out. Cavallero, Costa, Rafa Mir scored in both games, well done for him, and Leo Bonatini also scored, which I would refer back to previously. That would be absolutely good for his confidence, and Wolves basically took home the trophy. 3rd English team to win that in 54 years. We won't talk about what happened to the other 2 teams. They did get relegated, Ipswich in 58 and Stoke last year. That's not going to happen to Wolves. Wolves have, you know, we don't want to get beyond and be cocky and everything, but we really are feeling positive about Wolves' ambitions and aspirations for next season. But we'll come on to that. Also, what I'd like to talk about is in terms of the Wolves kit, the Wolves home kit obviously released. They had a few issues in delivery. They had a lot of pre-orders, but they're only a day or 2 late. As you can see, I've got my Wolves shirt. I love it, and if you refer to the cards that I'll put up in this video, I was there at the kit launch, which was very, very professionally done by Wolves, and I also recorded myself buying the top from the club shop. Not everyone is able to get to the club shop, so I thought that'd be interesting. And there's also going to be a card which you can click on to see that, and I bought a little surprise gift for my dad as well, which I'm sure a lot of you love my dad with his magic. Other things that we need to talk about, I've just got, this is a little bit, before I come on to transfers, which obviously, and squad development and stuff like that. Whilst in Switzerland, a lot of the younger players have been getting, some of the top academy players have been getting a chance. I think 6 were taken over. From what I understand, Ryan Giles has really impressed on the left for Wolves in both games that he's been involved with. And Morgan Gibbs-White obviously came up from the academy, was part of the main team last year. He's impressed again during the games against Switzerland. And we've also got Elliott and Concleves and stuff. What do you think about those players? Do you think any of those should be included, will make it through into the actual Premier League squad for Everton? Let me know your thoughts on that. Also, obviously interested in your thoughts on the development so far of the pre-season friendlies that we've had, and the standard of opposition obviously is a lot higher than in previous years, and we've got pre-season friendlies coming up against Stoke, Ajax, Derby, and of course the one before the Everton match, Villarreal. Have you got your tickets for any of those? Are you going to watch any of those games? Be interested to see below. In terms of obviously the kit sales, been record sales. I personally love the colour. It is old gold. It is not yellow. We're not having any of this yellow. Look at Watford, that's yellow. This is old gold. Obviously it's a slightly different colour to what we've been previously used to, but I love it. Absolutely love the colour. I think it's great. I think the quality is really good as well, and the design. And I know a lot of you feel the same way. I'm told that the second kit will be out around about the 6th, I think this week coming. So I'm sure that the second kit, but will there be a third kit? I think there will be a third kit, but will it be blue? Will it be red? What do you think? Some other interesting things, and I know this is a bit off track and it's not been reported. Wolves have been doing a lot of investment into the infrastructure over at Molineux, and something I was told by someone in the know, but I won't say who, is they've invested a lot in the, obviously the HD floodlights, which they need to do for the broadcasting rights. They've not just had the standard package, they've had the top of the range package that they could possibly have. This may or may not mean a lot to you, but it does mean that we could be seeing a light show. You know, obviously we've had the fireworks and stuff in the recent season before the game, but I do think that you will see that there's going to be a full-on light show using with the top of the range package with the floodlights. It gives us the ability to do that, all part of building the atmosphere with the sound system, and I think we should look out for that because they have gone for the top package. And again, Fosun do not do anything by halves. If they do something, they've shown that they do it full out. They don't just go for second best, they go for the best, and that's why they're good owners basically, because they, you know, they don't settle for anything that's second best. They know what they're doing. Moving on to transfers in and out. Kick off straight away with the Rui, I hope I said that right, Patricio situation. Obviously himself, along with Jimenez and Saiss should be reporting for training back at Compton on Monday. So yeah, Sporting Lisbon, not being very sporting at all really. Okay, I know they're not happy that players have resigned, but let's face it, you know, the players had every right to do that after the emotional and physical trauma that they went through. They've put in like a massive document to FIFA that expect Wolves to now pay 60 odd million pounds for Rui Patricio. They want Wolves banned from buying any players or doing any transfer business for 2 windows. And they also want their former captain that's given a lifetime of service to that club, who still loves Sporting, they want him banned for 6 months. I think most of us widely expect that Wolves were prepared to pay the £18 million for Patricio until Sporting got a little bit on the greedy side. And what's happened since, Wolves have signed legitimately Patricio on a free, but they will be prepared to pay some money to Sporting, but I do not believe I think they're a bit of a laughing stock really at the moment. And I'm guessing they are basically putting this high figure because they want to try and get as much as the 18 million back as they were originally going to get. I'm sure that something will be sorted out, but Wolves, I can't imagine Wolves paying anywhere near the 64 million, probably not anywhere near the 18 million, but that will get sorted out in due course, no doubt. I cannot see Wolves getting a ban, or Patricio getting a ban. I'd be really amazingly surprised, so let's not stress and worry about that. I just hope it doesn't affect his state of mind to start training for Wolves. I hope not. In terms of other transfers, Prince Onyanga finally left the club. It never quite worked out for him. He's gone to French club Caen or whatever they're called, and we do wish him the best of luck. In terms of transfer rumours coming in for Wolves, we've got Alexander Zikarenko. I can't even know if I've said his name correctly. Manchester City player, plays left wing. He played a bit for them left wing back. Wolves apparently made a bid of about 16 million for him. Judging on some of the comments on Twitter from the City fans, they rate him very highly, but he's not really going to get much of a chance probably at City. He got his chance last year because of a lot of injuries. Wolves very interested in him apparently. Fulham have also come into the mix, and potentially Newcastle. I think it rests down with the guy himself, whether he wants to stay and fight for his place at City or wants more game time guaranteed with the likes of Wolves, Fulham or Newcastle. Hopefully Wolves, he sounds like a good type of player that we could get. He fits the mould of young and hungry, talented. His value is only going to increase. I think that'd be, from all accounts, a good signing. We've also got Joey Mario, Portuguese international. He went to the World Cup with Portugal. Neves didn't, and he may not have had the best of World Cups. In fact, Portugal didn't have the best of World Cup, but he plays for Inter Milan. He would probably be very good alongside Ruben Neves in the central midfield role for Wolves. There is rumours that Saiz can play there, but he could also drop back into the back three like he does for Morocco. Would Wolves sign another defender, or would they sign another midfielder? Where do Wolves need to improve? You know, where do we need to strengthen? Personally, I do believe we need another striker. I think we need support and backup on the right wing. We definitely need another midfielder. Talking about the striker, obviously I've mentioned previously, there's been rumours about Marcus Rashford. Oh my god, now that would be a great signing for Wolves. Will he get us enough game time for United? The fact of how Mourinho plays his system. Would he be a fantastic signing for Wolves? I think undoubtedly. I mean, he's a fantastic player. He's got a shot on him. He links up the play well. He's intelligent. He's quick. He's young. But I don't know. Would that happen? You never know with Wolves, but it probably seems unlikely, but you don't know. But I'd love to see him at Wolves, but we definitely need a striker. And with everything that we've got Bonatini, we've got Rapamir, we've got Bright Bakari, who's a bit like our version of a Sterling, talented player, just needs to improve his goal scoring in terms of in front of goal scoring situations, the last pass, the last shot. And also obviously Jimenez. Is that going to be, you know, we've got fantastic forward play. We have got goals throughout the team, but do we need that one 20-goal a season striker that's going to guarantee it? They cost money, but is that going to happen? Would it bite us in the bum that we didn't bring that? Forsen don't leave a lot to chance, so you have to trust them. But we do think that we need a striker, but that's my opinion. What do you think? Where do you think we need to improve? Where do you think we've got like 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks to the start of the Premier League? Where do we need to bring in reinforcements? Want to hear your opinions on that, and who would you bring in? So yes, I hope you've enjoyed this vlog on the latest happenings at Wolves. Actually, the World Cup has just finished, and France are now world champions. But you've been watching the England. How have you felt also about the England team this year? Do you feel positive going forward? Do you think some of the Wolves players can get into the England squad for the Euros the likes of Cody, for example. Please just can you smash a like on this video. I love to hear your comments. I read all the comments. I try to reply to everyone. If you've not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you get notified first of all. And yeah, thanks for watching, and keep tuned for my next vlogs. Come on, you wolves, it's coming out.